Wait a minute, this love started off so tender, so sweet. But now she got me smoking out the
It did when I first played it and stuff.
Must have spent 45,000 up in Tiffany's. Oh, no. Got a badass kids running around my whole crib like it's Chuck E. Cheese. Whoa. Put me in the jam with an X-Man in the UFC. Can't believe it. I'm in disbelief.
They can, but oh shoot! I forgot to put the wait, stream starting screen on.
I'm so cold, I'm so cold.
I can. I usually pick the pace. Can you pull up the screen on your TV?
She was gripping on me tight, screaming Hercules. Got me in the club looking for a new love, someone help me please. Baby, why you doing this? Why you doing this to me? Girl,
I just need something to watch.
not to be dramatic, but I wanna die. This bitch got me paying on rent, paying for trips, diamonds on her neck, diamonds on her wrist. Here I am all alone. I'm so cold, I'm so cold. You gotta be out here smoking out the window of the Benzo, the Benzo. Singing, how could you do this to me? How could you do this? Oh, I thought that girl belonged to one thing for sure, one thing for sure. I was wrong, I was wrong. She belonged to yes, she belonged to everybody. She belonged to everybody. Look here, baby, I hope you find whatever it is that you need. But I also hope that your trifling ass is walking around barefoot in these streets. Look out!
Yes, like I need something to see shit. I mean, you can keep it turned up if you want stuff. But I just back to the I just need something so I can see chat. I do the featuring and stuff later because I gotta do it. I can't do it when it's live. I gotta wait till after it's when the ads. Yeah, just turn it off. Turn it off. Okay, folks, ladies and gentlemen, we're on. And welcome, folks, to... Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the Silver Bells Show, and I'll open up the Discord, and I gotta turn my camera on. Welcome to episode 5 of Smack Talk, right? Episode 5?
Yeah, episode 5. We're here, folks.
Yeah, we're here. I'm here with the Silver Bells Show, if you want to get in frame.
Yeah, I'm sorry we're 2 days late for Raw. I got busy and stuff, but I didn't really watch Raw this week. I had to work, but we're gonna react to it now.
Oh, yeah.
But sorry we got late reacting to it.
Yeah, and I'm also here with the Silver Bells Show, and I'll open up the Discord real quick so the Vols fan can join.
Have you seen Raw this past week? Love's in the air between Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan still. They are still getting into a good relationship, and Rhea's gonna have something to say about that because she don't want to mess with Liv Morgan when she comes back.
Oh, yeah.
Is that right, Mr. Playboy?
Yes, that's right.
A big
Big
relationship
relationship.
going on between Liv Morgan and Dominic. Let's see how that unfolded this week.
Oh, yeah.
Because last week they kissed, so let's see if this week they get any more hype going on.
And I'm here with the Vols fan himself, DX fan number 1.
What's up, guys?
Yes.
What's up?
Yo.
So did you watch Raw this week at all?
Hook, line, and sinker.
What'd you say?
Unfortunately,
It's cutting in and out.
Unfortunately, I was unable to attempt to watch a Raw this week, so I'm kind of a little bit behind on the latest trends of what's been happening. But I have heard some big news of what's been happening on Raw.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna watch a video here today by What Culture Wrestling. The ups and downs of WWE Raw review June 10th. And without
Sponsored by Sunkist.
Yep, sponsored by Sunkist, folks. Now let's get into the video. Are you ready, Vols? The X-Man #1.
Ready?
All right, here we go.
The intense and unpredictable badass. How Michael Cole described Bron Breakker at the start of Raw. Then we saw Io Sky, and Mike went, man, she's
Destroyed person. Like Adam Pearce banned him from ringside.
Oh,
Then banned him from the arena. They decided to come back and beat up Ricochet.
no,
You'll
no.
see later in the video. But yeah, Bron Breakker's a menace right now. He's tearing up the roster right now.
Oh, no.
I'm surprised he's not fired from Raw
Yeah.
after all the damage he's done. Because man, Braun's like an absolute destroyer.
Oh, yeah.
really frustrated. I don't know why this stuff makes me laugh. It just does. Also, hello, my friends, and welcome to Ups and Downs, a show that is pretty much summed up by this t-shirt, Goofy Wrestling for Life. Wrestling is meant to be fun, so I am going to enjoy it. I'm also going to make dumb merch that you can buy on Pro Wrestling Tees. That's right, now I'm just a shill, but if MJF can do it, I can do it too. Now we have gone totally off the rails. Let's take the fop, give the good bits an up, and the bad bits a down for the go-home edition of Monday Night Raw. Because, of course, we are but days away from our latest pay-per-view.
You folks, Clash of the Castles this Saturday night morning because it's 2 o'clock in Eastern Time Zone. So Clash of the Castle, the first I Quit match, and I don't know if you guys fans this is right around 6 years or so. I think they had the first I Quit match.
Clash of the Castle coming soon.
They're doing a first ever. They're bringing back the I Quit match. If you've heard the rumors. DX.
Now, fellas, when was the last time that this stipulation was used in a wrestling ring? Minus, of course, the friends over at Powerhouse.
The last I Quit match.
The last I Quit match.
May 22nd, 2005.
Wow, that's been a long time. So whoa. Oh no, here's one. The most recent I Quit match took place between Ronda Rousey and
No. Right here.
2022. So it's been 2 years. See over here. Here's the recent.
So it's been over 2.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey.
What can we say, fellas?
Charlotte Flair.
This
The last boys one was that one. The recent girls one was that one.
John Cena and Bradshaw Layfield. JBL. John Bradshaw Layfield.
and I will tell you this, fellas. That match between those two for the WWE title is still going down in history as the bloodiest match ever in wrestling history.
Oh yeah. But yeah, let's get
And
back
I'll tell
into
you
the
this,
video.
fellas. Yeah.
Yeah, Clash of Castle this Saturday, folks, 2 o'clock. And I'll be reacting to it after maybe doing another Smack Talk special edition on Sunday. We'll be talking about
And Soul Bells, where is Clash of the Castles being held at, my friend?
Glasgow, Scotland. Yeah, close to where Drew McIntyre lives because he lives in Ayr, Scotland.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Premium live event, Clash of the Castle in Scotland. So who came out to kick things off? It was none other than Doink the Clown. When it was Doink the Clown. Do you know how happy I'd be? Happier than I am now. But it was Drew McIntyre. He did ignore the fact the crowd were chanting CM Punk because now he has to get serious and he has to focus on only one thing, and that is beating Damian Priest for that World Heavyweight title. Almost worked. Drew also took a shot at the Judgment Day and said Damian's name.
Judgment Day
Yeah.
is back again, folks. Who else is tired of this tag team?
I'm kind of tired of it at this point. I'm tired of the big mega.
They're like the next bloodline, I think.
Yeah, the big next mega faction in that whole business.
They don't get up to the hype of the Shield and everybody. I mean, who does this team think they are? I mean, they won't be the next Shield or the next bloodline or anything like that.
No.
I don't know who they're trying to compete with.
Yeah.
Name one too many times, so of course they did come down.
DX fan, any thoughts on the Judgment Day? I'll take that as a yes. I'll take that.
Make sure we still have them.
Oh yeah. DX fan, anything on the Judgment Day?
He's gonna keep his thoughts to himself.
Any thoughts?
Wow. It's just wild.
On the Judgment Day, any thoughts?
So, Bells, what do you think, my friend? Do you think the Judgment Day are history, or do you think that they'll make another run?
I don't think they're as good.
Yeah.
They're not going to be the next big tag team, even though they're trying to be.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
I'm just tired of seeing them.
I am too.
Guys, how would you all feel if Carlito would have joined the Judgment Day at Clash of the Castle?
He already looks like he's going to do it.
He's trading places. Instead of joining the LWO, he's joining the Judgment Day.
I'll tell you this. I hope that at SummerSlam we can see Rey Mysterio versus Carlito.
Oh boy.
Old friends, bitter foes.
Oh yeah.
As per Wrestling Rule 14.8, when they did do this, Pat McAfee said, "Say their name and they will appear." And I was like, yeah, I believe in Joe Hendry too.
I believe in Joe Hendricks. Say his name and he'll appear. Yeah, I do too. But I hope he's doing good at Impact right now.
Even though he did whoop my ass.
And after this thing.
Finn Balor and JD McDonough were beside him, though, and the World Heavyweight Champ was like, "Listen to you, Drew, you absolute goober. You keep making excuses, and quite frankly, we're all sick of it." He's also going to finish off McIntyre once and for all.
Yeah.
I don't agree with JD McDonough.
Yeah.
I think he made a good statement there that we're tired of hearing your excuses.
Yeah.
Don't be like Roman Reigns and had to have someone fight your battles for you.
Yep.
Come this weekend when he said, "I'm the champion because I'm Damian Priest." Now, his point was he doesn't need the Judgment Day. I've been thinking about that line for a while. None doesn't make any sense. The Scottish Warrior then ignored all of that because he doesn't think any of it's true, and the only reason Priest is able to keep hold of his gold is because of his buddies. When from nowhere, we announced later on it was going to be Drew McIntyre versus Finn Balor. Where'd that come from? There was a stipulation, though, in the fact that if Drew was able to win, the Judgment Day would be banned from ringside, come Clash at the Castle. So start sniffing, my friends. Something is brewing. McIntyre also accepted and told Damian to be ready to shake his hand next week on Raw. And look, all of this was fine. It was basically a way to tell you why the Judgment Day won't be involved. Clum Clash at the Castle, but maybe they will, or maybe somebody else will.
I bet they're going to intervene in that match and make
Well,
it.
actually, I might spoil a little bit of Raw here, but they don't because Drew McIntyre won, so they are banned from ringside. They're supposed to be, but you know how that goes.
Yeah, I think they're going to show up.
Will be getting involved too. And his name may ride with P. Kem Sunk. Shouldn't have said that. That was absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, this was okay. We then got a recap of everything between Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan. Mostly because it was time for an update. Because
no.
Morgan had decided she was going to break the internet because she found
Hey,
Dom
guys.
backstage.
Yeah.
I was also hearing rumors that Rhea Ripley could potentially make a return at Clash of the Castle
Oh.
from an unknown source.
Yeah, because they go like apparently Dominic Mysterio and them like each other now apparently.
Yeah, he's got 2 mommies he's fighting over.
Yep. Oh no. I can imagine that.
And
Oh
basically
man,
said to him,
this is not gonna look good for bad Dom Dom.
Oh yeah, Dominic Mysterio is already in a lot of heat right now.
Ooh.
Dom's gonna get some girl drama. He's gonna be in the middle of it.
Yeah. But what about my question is, will Uncle Howdy make his debut for the next one?
There's a rumor that it's gonna be the Raw after Clash of the Castle. It's gonna be June
Clash of the
17th.
Castle.
I heard a rumor online by the QR codes.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Raw after Clash of Castle when Uncle Howdy comes out. It's going to be June 17th. Mark your calendars. June 17th.
Yes.
Uncle Howdy may show up.
Let's hope he does.
I'm sick and tired of those QR codes. It's been going on for months.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it. I just want him to show up already.
you don't need a girl you have to call Mammy. You need a girl that you can call Daddy. I just stared off into the abyss and I can't go on social media today. It's going to be too much. She then gave Dommy Boy the key card to her hotel room and told him to stop on by. Trust me, this was going to be a show-long storyline, and you ain't going to believe it. When we did return the favors, because it was Io Sky taking on Lyra Valkyria, and given that Lyra had beat Io in the Queen of the Ring, well, we went and flipped it around. Lyra must have known this too, because she just went crazy when the bell rang, as the referee tried to stop her.
Was
What
here,
are you
he'd
doing,
be like,
referee? It's a wrestling match. And of course, that basically created a distraction. Sky was able to get back into it. I mean, Io did punch her right in the face as Valkyria was then doing suplexes. But when Sky tried to do one for her, Valkyria went surprise, and she basically wrapped her up like a pretzel. Kind of made me hungry. Io then got in her moonsault, which is always a little bit of a worry, because that triggered the commercial break. Surprise, surprise. When we came back from the advert, Lyra Valkyria smashed her with a moonsault. So we're going to have to figure it out for ourselves. I think this one was nice and simple too, because I think Lyra just shouted at Io.
And also, I heard we're also going to be watching AEW tonight.
Yes, AEW Dynamite.
And I want to see if Gangrel is going to be on Dynamite.
I'm here tonight. He's going to be on the show.
Oh boy.
So we shall see what Gail has got going for him.
Oh yeah, with his, especially when he reunited with Edge at Double or Nothing.
Guys,
Oh, Adam Copeland.
do we see a throwback Thursday back?
He's cutting out real bad.
Anyway, on with the video,
Right?
right?
Because you're kind of cutting out a little bit.
Impact
You hear me?
days.
Try rejoining and see if that works, because it's kind of a laggy thing. Did you hear me? Tell me to just try rejoin and see.
Yeah, your thing's kind of lagging out a bit. I'll take the silence as a yes.
Yes, I'm lagging a bit.
Yeah, try rejoining and stuff and see if that works. Here we go. Oh yeah.
Oh, damage control sucks. And of course, Sky hasn't been able to handle this recently. So she was like, damn it, that's true. And because she wasn't able to handle the truth.
Yeah.
You can't handle the truth. Guys, I'm telling you, the Brain Wars is alive and kicking.
Yeah. No, here we go.
How long before we see AEW? Guys, I'll tell you, how long before we see WWE declare war on AEW?
Oh yeah. Oh what?
Go ahead, sorry. I cut you off. Sorry about that. What you saying? You probably get every two over here.
Yeah.
Right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Truth, like Jack Nicholson, She put her guard down, that'll do. Io was able to get back into this though with a backbreaker because she hates backs, but when she went for moonsault number 2, she missed, and Valkyria went for the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment surprise roll-up. Actually, only got a 1-2-0. Valkyria then remembered, wait a minute, if I want to win a match, I should hit my finishing move I've been perfecting for all these years, so she did get Nightwing, but given the position of the referee, Dakota Kai was able to break that up. Lyra just got screwed. Lyra was so mad at them too, she went after these idiots, but you can't do that in a wrestling match if you are a wrestler, because you forget you are having a fight when she turned around and Io Sky whammed her with those double knees. The thing is though, Valkyria wasn't done and she actually stopped another moonsault, and they kind of got into it a little bit, when I kid you not, Io Sky literally grabbed Lyra Valkyria's hair and turned it into the most devastating move in all of sports and attempted a surprise roll-up, and she got the 3. I was like, well, this one was lost on me. I can't be empathetic about that. Check it out. Damage Control then obviously wrecked Lyra Valkyria right after that because people love doing that on wrestling shows. When I suppose we learned that Lyra has friends in Kaden Carter and Katana Chance because they finally remembered they were Raw superstars and they ran out for the save. It of course means this can build to a 6-man tag, which I have no problem with, and the best part about this is that Io and Lyra have great chemistry. This was another awesome match between them. It's all about science. Up when we had the best segment. Because Dom was backstage with JD McDonagh, Finn Balor, and Carlito when he said, "Bam!" Can you believe it? That
Yeah. Yep.
That's the key card to Liv Morgan's hotel room. And you just got to find
he's
this clip
got the key
online.
card.
All of them had these amazing reactions, especially Carlito, who's just like, oh man, that's cool. So they are just a bunch of nerds, and we did something poetic here in the sense when Dominic was explaining.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
They probably are.
This, there was a poster of Rhea Ripley in the background. Now look, that's right on the nose, but who cares? I thought it was a very nice touch. And when she does come back, she's absolutely going to kill it.
Could we potentially see Rhea Ripley return at SummerSlam or Clash of Castles?
Oh yeah.
You make it to you.
Oh yeah.
I mean that too. She's probably going to stab him right in the face. We then cut to Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, who were just walking backstage, so I'm glad I saw that. When The Miz
Now you
found
like
Sami
Joey
Zayn, he was
Cargill.
like, Sam, have you seen R-Truth? Because, of course, we can't leave R-Truth alone
Man, R-Truth has been wacky lately. He's been off the rails.
these days. He may go do something stupid. Zayn's got enough on his plate, though, so he basically walked off when he did bump
Alpha
into
Academy.
Tozawa
Here
and
we go.
Maxine Dupree, and he was like, man, did you see the footage from last week? I'm so sorry about what happened. Otis then walked in, and he was
Come on, Otis. Yeah, you gotta step up for yourself. Come on, Otis.
I see him breaking up at Catch.
Yo, can Otis finally turn either heel or turn face again?
Come on, Otis. Do what you're used to do.
He was apologetic too, but Sam was like, no, dude, don't worry about it. I totally do understand, because this was basically my life in 2022 and 2023, when I tell you we got and did some cooking. Because Otis wanted to explain himself and said, look, here's the deal over the last few years. I lost my Peach, who was Mandy Rose. I lost my Tucky, that was...
Remember that? Remember Otis and Mandy Rose? Remember that segment?
Oh.
In that gimmick?
Oh, no.
I remember that, yeah. When he used to have a relationship with Mandy Rose.
Oh, no.
Tucker, and I lost my money in the bank briefcase. And do you know who was there for me after all of that? It was none other than Chadsworth Gable. This is why he feels so indebted to the man and why he can't turn his back. And Sam was like, please, please, this is the wrong thing to do. Learn from my experiences. But you could see it on the big man's face. He is totally conflicted. And I felt my tum-tum say to me, man, I feel sorry for that guy.
Come on.
Hey, Meta, take a photo.
Sammy was also trying to tell him, too, that the reason he is feeling like this is because he's hanging around.
Just try and tell Otis right here. Just come on, man. Just break up with Chad Gable.
Do it.
That's basically what Sami Zayn. He's like, hey, you had enough of Chad Gable. He's taught you too much stuff. You got to get away from him.
Yes. Get away from
At
chat,
this
Gabe.
point, he ain't gonna tell you anything good. You need to get away from him.
Yep.
Around with a negative Nancy, which is actually good life advice, and I love the fact we went years in the past to justify how Otis is acting now, to the point I'm gonna give it an up. I mean, when it comes to stories in wrestling right now, this is one of the best of them. When I laughed again. It's so good. Because Damian Priest entered the Judgment Day's lair to try and find out what was going on with this hotel key card
Yes.
when it was gone. Like a
Yeah.
murder mystery. Dom acted like he had no idea what was going on.
In the whole show, I think.
Oh man.
They get too much screen time.
Man.
Yep.
I mean, I know it's a big storyline, but I mean, there's other stuff that get with instead of Judgment Day having to show every 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
As Damien gave him the Larry David, "Are you sure?" face. And honestly, given that it was just a silly narrative that we did put onto Raw, I thought it was most entertaining. Wasn't really the same for Ludwig Kaiser, though, who we cut to after this.
Ludwig
Because,
Kaiser.
man, he is really mad at Sheamus. That's why he thinks it totally rocks that he did beat the Irishman last week, because everybody doubted him. And from here on out, if anyone else wants to get in the ring, he will eliminate them. And do you know what eliminate means? Kill, murder, finish their life. So bring it down. There's the crown counter. It goes up by 1. You don't get to say that. He also finished by saying that he will be entering Money in the Bank. And I tell you, just push Ludwig. Not only would it make me happy, but his dad Bowser will be
Yeah.
over the moon. When Rey Mysterio, Dragon Lee, and Braun Strowman defeated the Judgment
The beatdown of the week.
LWO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman's beatdown of the week, folks.
Day. Why not? Now, I suppose the big takeaway here is that we did get another QR code, which basically insinuates
The reckoning is inevitable. 6/23, 1706. I don't know if that's military time or what that is.
23.
23, 1706. I don't know.
Uh,
Let's wait and see what that talks about next Monday on Raw.
yeah.
The reckoning is inevitable, folks.
Yep. It's coming. Uncle Howdy and friends are coming.
that the Wyatt Six, whatever they're going to be called, will debut next week. And if I have interpreted that correctly, I
Next
think that's
week.
a good time. We'll be coming off the pay-per-view premium live event, and it feels like it is the right occasion to do it. I'm very excited about this. I think it could be pretty good. When we got back into this match, and Carlito's big plan was to try and attack
Oh.
Braun Strowman, which was the worst plan because Braun just grabbed him and threw him across the ring. I never thought he was going to land. Dom then did get the tag, but of course he ran away as soon as Daddy Ray got the tag. So instead, Father Mysterio was like, "All right, JD, well, I'm going to beat you instead." Regularly then got in there, which of course is when Dominic decided, "Oh, now I feel good about this," and he tried to attack. But actually, Ray and the Dragon grabbed this idiot and they threw him into the ring post.
Oh.
And he definitely deserved it. Ray and Carlito were soon going at it, but Carl was getting totally destroyed, so he tagged in McDonagh. When finally Judgment Day realized, wait a minute, guys, we're a team, we can do this. And they did come together, like they were the people that hung out with Captain Planet. Finally, they were beating up Rey Mysterio. They cut off the ring. And they even kept attacking Braun, so he wasn't able to get the tag, which means they did kind of forget about Lee, which is really dumb.
There's a new guy on here.
Oh, Purple Goblin.
Purple Goblin 57.
Purple Goblin. Welcome to the live stream, Purple Goblin. I know I can't see you, but I can see you in chat, Purple Goblin.
WWE is GOAT. Thank you for the comment. Thanks.
Oh, did he just now type that?
He said WWE is GOAT. Yeah. Thanks for the comment, Purple Goblin. Are you a new guy to Mr. Playboy's channel?
Oh yeah, I think I've seen him before in my channel before, but welcome Purple Goblin to the live stream as we're doing Smack Talk and we're covering ups and downs of WWE Raw Review June 10th with What
Ask
Culture
him if he wants
Wrestling.
to be part of the Discord.
Oh yes, Purple Goblin. If you want to join my Discord, I'll link it in the chat for you. If you want to be a part of my Discord.
Join Discord.
Yeah, he just posted that 2 minutes ago.
Oh,
Purple Goblin, if you're still in chat, here's the link to the
He's still
Discord.
watching. Let me see who's watching right now. Choose watching right now.
So yeah, there's that Purple Goblin, and I'll also post that. And I'll pin that message, and there's the link to the Discord, folks. If you want to join that, feel free. And thank you, Purple Goblin, for joining us today.
Because he is a dragon, he got the hot tag, and I tell you, this dude, he got the skills. I mean, he put Carlito in the Tree of Woe position and stopped him, and that would have been the end of the match if it wasn't for JD McDonough, who broke it up at the 1-2. When Dominic decided now is the time that I'm going to help, which meant, of course, who walked to the ring? It was Liv Morgan. Now, she got on the apron and she was yelling at Mysterio when
Liv
Zelina
Morgan.
Vega smacked her from behind, meaning Liv fell into Dom, and they landed, and essentially... she was on his crotch. I mean, what do you want me to say? You can say find this.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah. I don't think what's her name's gonna like that. I don't think.
Here, let me take a picture of it. Send it to Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, look Leah Ripley.
I want to get her on Instagram. She gave it this picture right here.
Yeah, just tag her on the Instagram.
Ask you how
He's lagging out a little bad. Can you hear it?
what,
It's meant to be a family show. I agree with you, but go look at the footage and go look at the images. This was definitely a crotch-related position. Morgan acted like this was the best thing ever too. Was Dom freaked the hell out. I think the whole time
Well,
Braun Strowman must have been warming up.
Oh wait, what'd you say?
chances that we would saw a part? Hey, fellas, let me ask you, what would have been the chance we saw part 2 of The Last Romance?
The last romance.
His hands.
Hey, DX fan, try to rejoin because you were lagging out a lot earlier. If you can.
Can he hear you or
I think you can.
but play the sound drop name address?
Oh,
Name and address withheld.
yeah, that's one sound drop for you today.
Because that's right. He felt
All
the
right.
power and he got
Oh,
the
are you
hot-
back?
Can y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, can y'all hear me much better?
Yes.
All right. Continue with the video, my friends. I think we
Okay.
got it all connected now.
Okay, cool.
tag. I mean, he just ran through everybody, and the crowd
Braun
loved this before he
Strowman,
turned
here's
his
the beat
attention
down of the
to
week.
Dragon Lee.
Yes, down Dominic looks like.
Yeah.
Top Don last.
Hey guys, I just want to say, for every beatdown that I have seen Braun Strowman do on weak opponents, I don't think he would be in WWE. He could be Bill Gates well off.
Oh, yeah. I remember when he flipped the ambulance over.
You guys remember what? Do you guys remember when we moved the two semi trucks across in the parking lot years ago?
Oh,
This
what?
man is Mark Henry of modern day.
Yeah, Braun. Then one time, he took over like 2 semis and he pulled them.
Jeez.
Yeah. He's a massive guy.
He pulled
As
he
opposed-
pulled them, and I'll tell you, semis they gotta be at least 4 tons.
Braun Strowman.
It's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Given that Ricochet is going to leave the company, that could be his substitute.
So I heard Ricochet, that was his last match on Monday. He's going to go to AEW.
Oh, no. Who's he going as?
I don't know, but Ricochet's going to leave that and go to AEW
Oh,
because his contract's going to expire and he don't want to go. He don't want to resign.
Well, you heard it here first. Ricochet's going to AEW, folks. You might.
or could he go to Impact?
Yeah, that's what it is. TNA is Impact.
Impact. He might be going to Impact or AEW. So he got rid off TV last. I keep saying last night, Monday.
Or hey, fellas, could we potentially see Ohio Valley Wrestling come to the big leagues?
Ooh.
So the Dragon got on his shoulders. He did a big splash onto Carlito, Good guys win. But this was super fun, and we got some sex in there too, I suppose. And I just like the way this story is going. I mean, imagine when we do get that big reveal that, oh my gosh, Dominic has been with Liv Morgan the whole entire time. It's getting it up. Fair play to the commentators as well, because throughout all of this, they had been talking up the fact that Bron Breakker and Ilya Dragunov were going to have a match later.
What?
And if you'd never heard of them before,
Oh,
you would
yeah.
have thought it was Father Christmas taking on the Easter Bunny. Ilya was then here for a chat too, and he used Bron's name against him because he was like, I'm going to break you. And I was like, I see what he did there. Ricochet also turned up and said, yeah, man, you're going to beat Bron Breakker, then finally we can have the third match in our trilogy. I was a bit like, I think that's going to happen, Ricky, baby. I've been reading that there internet. I don't think you're in for a very good evening. And good grief, he wasn't. We also saw Io Sky freaking out after this because she couldn't handle the fact that Damage Control had been murked again.
Look at that.
So you got to imagine that they will be adding a new member soon. I tell you, I don't know who that could be. And speaking about people having issues too, out
See-
came Sami Zayn. The last few weeks have been awful.
I was about to say CM Punk for a second.
Sammy.
Yeah, I was about to say CM Punk for a second there, but it's not CM Punk. It's
CM
Sami
Punk
Zayn.
might come back to Clash of the Castle.
I was about to say MJF. Man, this man is. He's got MJF written all over him.
Yep.
For him and his Intercontinental Championship, but that's
Yeah.
why he is excited about the weekend, because Sam is going to be taking on Chad Gable for the Intercontinental title.
All right. I'm gonna leave you guys' thoughts here. Who walks out with the Intercontinental title at?
He's going to be ruined.
Yep.
Because Chad Gable, you don't deserve this title.
You know what? I could see Otis coming for the Intercontinental belt. I want to see
Hey,
Otis.
can we bring back Bobby Roode?
Yep.
Or Otis.
Yes.
Bring back Bobby.
Bring back what?
Bring back Bobby Roode, son of Ravishing Rick Rude.
Oh.
Yeah, that is true, by the way. Bobby Roode's son.
Oh.
And he can put this to bed for good. It's also super personal now because Chad has made it so, especially given everything he has been doing with the Alpha Academy. As always, he said his name one too many times, so out came Chad. Gable also thought this was typical Sami Zayn because he's inserting his business into Chad's business, and nobody wants their business in their business. And also, look at the Alpha Academy. You can think what you want, but they're really happy. Now, this made me chuckle because we zoomed into
No, they're not. Yeah, especially Otis.
their faces. I tell you, they are not happy. It's like me telling you that I'm over the moon that Mother Nature kicked my ass and took my hair, which is not the case, as Gable made it very clear. You know what's going to make them happier? When I beat you for the Intercontinental title on Saturday. And look, that may very well happen. Nathan actually questioned all of them, saying, seriously, guys, you can't be pleased with this. And also, why do you care about this guy? I tell you who you should care about, the fans. Now, look, let's be honest, that was a really cheesy line. I liked it. It annoyed Chad Gable so much, though.
Okay. That statement right there is the truth. The
Yep.
fans are what makes the money.
Yep. And we just got some breaking news that Bill Jensen is live.
Oh, may have to tune into that in just a minute.
Oh yeah.
He said, right, fine, you know what I'm going to do? Unleash the dark side
Also,
of Otis,
this
like we were
just in,
watching Star
Mr.
Wars.
Chugs
'Cause, yeah,
will
then it was
be
time for Sami
attending
Zayn
another
to
chug off tomorrow.
Oh boy, yeah, Mr. Chugs, Braden's chugging challenge.
take on the big guy. He just ran through Zayn too, I suppose.
Oh, look at this.
If you guys don't know who Mr. Chugs is, go watch it.
Yeah.
Because it is filled with man meat the whole time. Chaz on the outside saying, yeah, do this move again. Make sure you kill him. Murk him, boy. I mean, he was like an overzealous father. Gable then got way too carried away, though, because like he always does, he jumped on the apron, essentially
Oh, here comes Chad Gable again.
got in Otis's face. And this just created a mega distraction, which was Chad's own doing, meaning when Otis turned around, he got smacked in the head with the haluva kick, and I guess it knocked him out. He got beaten for the 1, 2, 3. And this is how good Otis is at this role. It didn't feel like he'd been buried or anything like that. It just felt like a good story beat. Of course, Chad then jumped Sammy and started kicking the crap out of him when he slapped Otis around, saying, damn it, you've got to help me. And the camera work here was great. Because Otis was in one corner, and Chad Gable and Sami Zayn were in the other corner. And when Otis turned around to attack, Chad had to get out the way, meaning Otis did hit Sammy, but if you want to start going, oh my gosh, he was actually going after Gable, you totally can. That was the point. He then finished Sam off with the world's strongest slam when he got in Chad Gable's face, and honestly, bless Gable and his understanding of this character. He went straight into coward mode and he hid under Tina the Turnbuckle. The crowd also loved this as well, so something clearly is going to happen at Clash of the Castle. And look, if you want to have Otis help Chad Gable win the belt to elongate this a little bit, I think you probably could, but you do need to be super duper careful here. You don't want to miss the peak. Still, as I already mentioned, this is one of the best stories in WWE right now, and I'm totally invested. I have plugged in. It's getting it up. When The Miz found our
Oh, he found our truth. What's our truth have to say today? Our truth. Here's my next special. Our truth says the darnest things. Our truth says the darnest things, everybody. What's he saying at this time?
He was totally right. You should not have left him alone. Because Truth is all like, man, I'm so happy you did come to find me. Because I have booked us a tag team title match against the APA.
Oh.
Miz was like, I don't think you have.
Oh,
Oh!
The APA? Oh, the A Authors of Pain. Oh.
Boo!
Oh, no. Oh, is that what he actually said?
That's basically impossible. He, of course, met the AOP, so Miz had a mini breakdown, especially because Scarlett walked in and she dealt them the Death Tarot card.
I think Scarlett's trying to recruit people for the Final Testament.
Oh.
So they were trying to recruit, Kofi Kingston. Now they're trying to recruit The Miz.
Oh, no. I guess I could see Uncle Howdy and friends going up against the Final Testament.
Yeah, that'd be good. They're both dark characters.
Yes. But let's get back into it, folks.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like, Scarlett, I don't think you need to kill them. Just make sure your boys win the match. When, speaking of matches, we got a very peculiar one. Because on Saturday, of course, we are getting this three-way for the women's tag team titles. So here to tie into that, it was Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark taking on Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. And of course, watching on was Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. We completed the Triforce. Now, a quick shout out to Shayna as well, because she had that awesome match at the NXT show over the weekend.
Okay, that was the worst hire, guys, that WWE's ever made.
What? Joey Cargill?
Jade Cargill. I think that. Yes. I think that was the worst hire that WWE's made in a long time.
Oh, yeah.
And clearly, Isla Fire
Brings
and
too
Alba
much
Dawn,
controversy.
not their names, knew about
Brings
this.
too much controversy in my
Yep.
opinion.
Because they went right after Baszler's knee. Story time. Now, Stark soon got in there and she beat up Dawn for a while when Shane was like, man, I want to give it another go. But of course, she still had her owie, so every single time they went after her leg. Fire and Dawn then double teamed Stark, though, which is when Baszler must have taken a Phoenix down, because she did get back in there, and even though she was hobbling a little bit, I tell you, she started to whoop all the ass. Now, personally, I like this. It's how we should use Shayna Baszler. She should always come across like a warrior. She also went after Fire's shoulder, because you know the old saying, it's a shoulder for a leg and a leg for the shoulder. But even though she was trying to hammer away at her joints, eventually Shayna went nope. She locked in the Kira Fuda clutch, and she won by pass out. Okay, why not? Now, there are two reasons this confused me. One, because I'm a massive idiot. And two, when we do get to this triple threat match, just going off the booking, you would have to imagine the least favourites are Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. So why the hell didn't they win this match? And even if we do get to the weekend, the big surprise is, oh my gosh, they became the tag team champions. All that's going to do is make the titles feel flat because, again, it's not their fault. WWE just hasn't given them their due. Now, listen, I always like to look at the human side of wrestling because I am an absolute moron. And I do love the fact that they're on the show because, of course, it is from their hometown or their home country, whatever you want to say. And look, I'm never going to get mad at Stark and Shayna getting a win because I'm a big fan of them too. So that's an up. The booking of this just feels weird to me, and I still can't get over how we do treat the women's tag team titles.
So they have a triple threat match?
Just kind of feel like we need to care more about them, and therefore I can care more about them. which actually isn't true. I couldn't care more about them if I tried because I'm in love with these things, and I think we could actually use it to expand the women's division, and it just feels like we don't. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. What do I know? I can't even talk today, but for me, that's a down. We then got this really awesome video hyping up Bron Breakker, which also included a tweet from Robert Griffin III, who was like, man, I tell you, he's the future. And listen, given what was about to happen, I think WWE feels the same. Because he was taking on Ilya Dragunov, and man, you need to put your pants on the floor right down and watch this. It was fantastic. As soon as the bell rang, they totally forgot this was wrestling. They were just punching each other in the face and chopping each other to the point you could see it on their skin start to turn red. Ilya then got bored of being tackled by Bron. So I tell you, he just kicked him right in the head. That's what he did. He saw a skull, he remembered he had a foot and went wham, and he just smashed those two things together. He responded by slapping Dragunov like he was absolutely nothing, which is when Ilya once again went, I know what I can do. And he kicked him in the skull for the second time. I don't get how these two are still walking around. He also then hit all these clotheslines and all these German suplexes, but he still wasn't able to get the drive because he hit a DVD into T the turnbuckle, a flipping coast to coast, and this senton that just splattered Bron Breakker. Once again, it was only a 1-2. So nothing can keep Bron down because he is unbreakable. Sorry. And just as Dragunov was going to run in with something, Bron killed him with a Steiner line. I don't think I've ever seen anybody hit harder. He also went for the spear, but he got kneed in the head instead when these two spilled to the outside and they were resting atop of Alan the announce table. When Breakker grabbed Ilya and his ribs and chucked them right into the side. And if you told me he broke one, I'd believe you. He also just started throwing Dragunov into Rita the ring post and Barry Barricade with so much force it was disgusting. When they got in the squared circle and he gave him the most brutal spear you've ever seen, he then gave him another brutal spear on the outside when he gave him the super spear back in the ring and he got the 1, 2, 3. There was no if, buts, or maybes about this. He totally killed him.
Look what I've just made. The perfect pearl.
Not too bad, but check this out.
No, I can't skip it either.
Whoa, a true Venus clam.
Red Bull gives you wings.
It works so well, though, because Ilya Dragunov is always talking about how much he has to suffer before he do come good, so I'm absolutely giving this an up. And if you want the highlight of the night, this is Exhibit A. These two absolutely rule. He then continued to murder Ilya, probably for real, when Ricochet bounced in and drop-kicked him right in the head and into the crowd. That's when we basically tricked a large portion of the internet audience. We'll get there in 1 second. I did laugh again after this, though, because we were back with the Judgment Day. They weren't actually fussed. They lost that six-man tag earlier. They were still talking about this key card. That's what's important. Priest did demand that Mysterio finally sorted.
Yes. Stop with the Judgment Day segments. We get it. You have the key card to Liv Morgan's room. I get it. Already 100 times.
This out and ensure that Liv Morgan wasn't a problem anymore when they had this.
Hey, Mr. Playboy, how does it feel now after you keep learning about the keys to the Cooper Club?
Yeah. I don't anymore.
Right, Silver
Silver Bell's show has them now. They're at my house.
Big rah-rah moment. And when they all marched to the ring at the very last second, Finn Balor pocketed the key card. Now listen, it's actually a flubbed up storyline when you think about it, but Finn sold it so well, like he was a cartoon. Honestly, he is so damn underrated, and he totally understands goofy wrestling for life. We then saw Drew McIntyre and Sheamus chatting to each other because they love to hate each other, and Sheamus even said, listen, ever since I have come back, we have butted heads, but you can make history on Saturday, and I know you're going to do it. Sheamus was also concerned about Ludwig Kaiser, but promised to give him the mother and father of all receipts when he entered himself into Money in the Bank. And I'm sorry, when you start looking at that field, this could be bloody brilliant. McIntyre then said if he does win the briefcase, he has to give him a heads up in case he wants to catch it on his world title. When they promised if they did go down, they would have banger after banger after banger. That's just what they like to say. When we got another surprise, good grief did I get this wrong? Because it was the AOP
Oh no.
taking on the Awesome Truth, and I presumed that the authors of Pain were going to write another chapter into their book, which was all going to be about agony. but actually they went and lost. Karrion Kross and Scarlett did cut a
They
promo
lost.
before this when they said, listen, the AOP are going to win the championships, and then Xavier Woods, you can come and take rest in our bosom. They didn't say that, but the whole point is they can lose Kofi Kingston, but after this, I wouldn't do that, Xavier. The final testament sack. Miz really was being killed by Akam, though, until he made a massive mistake, because he was able to get the hot tag 2 truth. When Razor ran in, they just tossed him to the outside. They then both went John Cena, and they were going to hit the 5-knuckle
there he
shuffle when
goes.
Scarlett stopped them, and then
Hey,
Karen
guys.
realised that was a distraction, and he
What if
tripped them
Kofi
up. So this
Kingston
time I was like,
were
oh,
to join the
they're definitely...
AEW?
Oh yeah. Any words, DX fan? Okay.
going to lose those titles, but amazingly they still didn't. For the New Day ran down because they wanted instant revenge because they hate these guys when in the ring.
I was saying,
Got
he
the
mentioned Kofi Kingston. How would you all feel about Kofi Kingston joining AEW?
Oh boy.
I don't know about that. But then again, I think Kobe's a solo right again too. He actually has something he needs to bring back. Oh. It won't be much far away.
Title, and he smacked ACAP with it, and he no-sold this, but actually I thought it was a very creative finish, because The Miz then zoomed him, and he hit the most devastating move in all of sports entertainment, and he got the 3. I don't know why that tickled me, but it did. This really is another strange one, because once again, we can just talk about all the tag team titles at the moment, and how wishy-washy they feel, but I'm going to be that guy for the second time. I just love The Miz and R-Truth, and the end of this, it popped me, so that gets an up. But yes, when we move on to talking just about the specific belts, they just feel a little bit directionless right now, even though we do have a direction. And that's mostly because the more interesting part of this is whatever Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston are going to do. It's all kind of messed up, even though there are a lot of good parts to take out of it. That's a down. When the murder did come, once again I was laughing, because so many people have gone, ha ha, it's not going to happen.
Yes.
His solo run.
Yes.
That's my favorite theme song from Kobe Kingston.
Yes.
Is SOS.
Funny happened. Because Ricochet and Ilya Dragunov were talking backstage when Bron Breakker ran in, and he honestly killed these guys. He was thrown into box-like structures, and as soon as he was convinced that Ilya wasn't going to get up, he took Ricochet to the outside, and he lawn darted him into one of the production trucks, a la Kevin Nash and Rey Mysterio from WCW, when Ricochet landed right on the concrete to this horrible thud. Now, there's this idea out there that maybe Ricochet was wearing some padding, and that probably is true. I don't care, man. You could stick pillows up my ass. I still don't want to fall on solid concrete. Then got totally nuts, though, because Bron decided, I'm going to kill you, Ricky. And he did a power slam into a car windshield. Cry me a river. So all of this is absolutely a +1 for the crime counter, because it's quite literally a crime. And we did the whole, oh my gosh, Ricochet needs to be taken away in a local medical facility wagon. And given that in real life his fiancée is Samantha Irvin, the ring announcer, she left her position, she got in the wagon, and they drove off together. She was concerned. And yes, if you do want to know why this happened, it's because, as the rumors state, Ricochet has not re-signed with WWE and will be going elsewhere. And for all the crazies who are going crazy, no, it's not a big deal. It's just a man deciding where he would like to work. And it's Ricochet. He's a top-tier talent. He has put in loads of time in WWE, and WWE have put loads of time into him, so if he wants to go elsewhere, it's going to be okay. You can still see him. I just hope he's happy. He really is one-of-a-kind talent too, and seriously, in terms of a write-off angle, and given all the heat to someone else that just so happened to be Bron Breakker, you've got to give it an up. Fair play to everyone involved. When we did get to our main event, and that was good, because of course now we didn't have a ring announcer, but Pat McAfee took over, and when Drew McIntyre made his way to the ring, he said, man, here he comes, like a hot Scottish bastard. Laughing again. He also said that Finn Balor represents the bum-ass Judgment Day, which is like calling an ATM machine an ATM machine. You've used the same word twice. But the
bum day or something. Yeah.
best line was he has 0% body fat on a 220-pound frame. Maybe Pat should do this every week. Shockingly, these two then did have their match, and surprise, surprise, it was so damn good. They're like the ultimate professional wrestlers. I could watch them fight all day. Which is not true. I have stuff to do. Actually, now I've said it, this was probably the perfect let. Balor must have been watching the show too, because he was using Rita the ring post early on, and because Drew's arm is still taped up after he got injured, Balor was like, well, I'll just go after that. Smart. Wasn't there though, because it made McIntyre so mad, he threw Finn over Alan the announce table. This is when Balor had another idea. I'm going to apply an armbar. And I did some Googling. You're not going to believe this? That targets the arm.
You want me to close out the Discord then? Oh, okay. I don't know.
Assumed it was the bar. Finn was able to then reverse a power slam into a neck breaker because
Yeah.
he is great. But this didn't go very well because he went to arm breaker number 2. And my word, he got smashed with a bomb of power. He then got more counters because McIntyre tried to hit the Claymore, but Finn got the Sting Blade. And when we went for the coup de grace, Drew was like,
Yeah.
I ain't having that. When eventually he hit the Future Shock DDT, and word must have weighed its way backstage to Damian Priest. He was like, man, I better get out there. It, of course, was just to serve as a distraction when JD McDonough and Carlito appeared behind the
Name and
referee's
address
back. This is
withheld.
one of those moments again. Like, they never actually touched Drew McIntyre, but they were getting in the ring by the time the ref had turned around.
Cisco just being funky today. Yeah, it was real laggy on your end, DX fan.
And even though it was McIntyre beating them up, how was this not a disqualification? Now, I'm never going to mention this again, or I may do, who the hell knows? I go with my brain. But I did point that out on AEW, so I ain't going to be a hypocrite here. It is a down. Like, of course this helped Finn Balor, because all of a sudden he'd taken out Drew, and he was going to hit the coup de grace. Now, this worked out fine, because actually if you go through the percentages, Finn Balor always misses the coup de grace. He did that here. Claymore, 1, 2, 3. Now the Judgment Day, well, Pat McAfee was right. They do look like a bunch of bum asses. It does make the match with Damian Priest super interesting though, because of course now Judgment Day are banned from ringside. Or I guess they could just ignore that. And Raw ended with Drew looking at Damian, Damian looking at Drew, because this is super serious. But I'll tell you this for free. You don't pay for ups and downs anyway. I am very excited for this. I think WWE is going to have quite the big idea. Which brought us to the end of Raw, and once again, I just think it's a very focused and a very fun show, which is doubly impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Bria. No perfect.
No, you're good.
Impressive, because it's still 3 hours, and 3 hours is a long old time. But overall, I'm giving it an up. Now, of course, please do leave me a comment below and let me know what you thought about Monday night.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, this Sunday is Clash at the Castle.
Or Saturday. We might do a special thing Sunday.
Oh yeah, for Sunday we might do
Special snack talk from the results of Clash of the Castle. So stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah, stay tuned. And also shout out to, before we go, shout out to a few other people. Shout out to TD Villainous. He couldn't be here today, but I actually did the live stream with him earlier this week. And also shout out to DX Fan #1, the Super Bell Show, LTM Editorials and Vlogs, Squid Card Sports, Johnny the 5'8", and everybody else. And oh yeah, What Culture
Thanks,
Wrestling.
What Culture, for this video.
Yeah, thank you, What Culture. And also, DX Fan, if you still want to do the Garrison later tonight, let me know. And I think that's it for tonight. And I might do a Garrison stream tonight. So feel free to check out that later tonight with DX Fan. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you guys for watching. Episode 5. Is it episode 5? Yes, it is episode 5 of Smack Talk. So thank you guys for watching. So thank you guys for watching. That's it for this episode of Smack Talk. And thank you again, DX Fan, for joining.